I hit the button. We got about a 8-second delay.
What should my screensaver be today?
Hey, there we go. We are live. Mouse, Spud, and special guest Toren. Back again.
Am I really that special at this point?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm special.
I was about to say no comment, but you really took it right in that direction anyways.
Back in the Forgotten. The Misadventures of Binjin Balrog.
Misadventures is appropriate. By the way, Spud, go ahead and, because of my mistake that I mentioned before I started, go ahead and give yourself, like, I don't know, 10 HP back, because I'm pretty sure you took a hit that you shouldn't have taken.
Basically what I know is I took a ton of hits already, so...
That's what I'm saying. Okay, fine, you don't want your 10 HP
Well,
back?
no, I'm actually bringing up the character sheet. It's taking me a while.
Enough. I mean, if you don't want it back, I can take 10 away from you. That's awesome.
Let's see.
Yeah.
You guys put me down to 3.
If you remember, we
I did it.
we're trying to GTFO out of this cave.
You want me to do a little recap? I can do a little recap.
You want to do a little recap?
So Binjin and Balrog, unlikely allies, met in a prison outside of the dwarven capital of Dragonstone. While in prison, one day a strange, new, evil person got thrown in prison when he transformed into some sort of beast. Huge beast, and a bunch of demons and shit showed up, and they took their opportunity and broke out of jail, but realizing that they might be blamed for all the death, since there was no evidence of any demon. They left. Into the mountains they went, following the trail of the beast, though they do not know where it went. After some time traveling, they managed to eventually find few signs of civilization in the mountains, including a cave where they fought a big bear that almost killed them. But they managed to barely survive and rest in the cave for some days with some supplies they found inside. Afterwards, using a slight hint they had of some, maybe a settlement nearby, they decided to follow the hints. Ended up finding a strange town a bit outside the law. You could say it was a town of outlaws, in fact. And they were taken into custody, essentially, by the outlaws and forced to work for them for a couple days. Well, for about a week, give or take. And as they were resting and kind of doing a few various jobs, they ended up going to one town where they were supposed to collect protection money, but then there was a giant and shit went bad, and they ran away. The next day they were woken and said, "Hey, there's some spiders in a cave. We want you cleared out." And they were like, "Oh, spiders? Big whoop. Let's go clear out some spiders." Sure, no problem. Easy. And then they got there. There's a lot of spiders, and they were big. And things went bad quickly as they couldn't quite manage to defend themselves against the onslaughts before they were both taken down, wrapped in a sack, and taken to the spider's lair, where they awoke in the cave. After kind of getting their bearings, they fought a big spider and realized that there's various paths in this cave, but most of them at their current, or at their level of exhaustion and health that they had, they decided it would probably be prudent not to try to cross the lava pools or the giant murky lake, and instead opted for climbing a little cliff to a little dirt, say grotto, more or less, where they stumbled upon a tent left behind by somebody. With a few supplies in there, they managed to at least rest for the next 5 days as they tried to recover their strength. Finally, after feeling recovered after those 5 days, they decided to set out to the south where they knew the lake was. But as they were crossing the lake, a mean monster attacked them, forcing them to split apart before it sunk down below the waters, currently leaving Binjin and Balrog on either side of the rocky bridge.
Yeah, it's annoying.
He was mean.
Yeah, Balrog, you don't see Binjin. The creature seems to be gone. Binjin, you see Balrog. The creature seems to be gone. Or at least you know it's in the water. And you also know that at the end of it, that thing didn't look hurt at all. Like everything you did didn't fucking matter.
Oops.
Binjin! Shit, I gotta find where I am on this. There I am. This dark
I can
ass
actually
map.
find you.
Binjin!
Just stay there. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Wait, is it dark for you, Balrog? Oh yeah, your torch went out in the water, of course.
Yeah.
And you're soaked, so you're just in the darkness at the moment.
Yes. Quite. Binjin!
Well, seems like Binjin's dead.
Yeah, well, I know, like, I remember that behind me was more dry land, so I am going to just kind of go back one and try to blindly start my torch again. Or light another torch.
Sure, make me a survival check. Since you're so wet, it's not so easy to just light it up.
Oh, I'm awful at those. Hey, not
Oh,
bad.
but that's actually was exactly the DC. So beyond all luck, as you reach through your bag, looking through all your soaked shit, you managed to find something that didn't quite get totally soaked. So it was in some pocket that must have been slightly more waterproof than the rest.
Woo.
As you flick, 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 eventually
Thank God I can see again. Binjin! I still can't see him. Shit, he must have got eaten.
yeah, I mean, you heard some fighting in the darkness before it went quiet. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad assumption to think he got eaten. Especially since he's not answering you.
So I know where we said last time that the blue line is where the water actually starts. Right?
The two blue lines there is where you can stand still.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where the water starts. Beyond that, it gets deep.
Just gonna walk over a little bit just so I can hopefully see, just to see if I can actually see.
You just kind of like holding your torch out. Like obviously, Binjin, you see him there like as a fucking beacon of death, or beacon of light in the darkness.
Yeah, because that's what I. That's what I want.
What's your passive perception?
Oh, that is 11.
11. You would actually then hear something moving to your north.
So ahead of me across the way.
Like on dry land.
Oh.
You hear like footsteps essentially.
I turn around and take a look and see if I can see anything.
No, I meant like to your north.
Like this way.
Yeah,
north.
That's what I originally meant, and when you said no, I was like, oh, okay.
Well, I didn't know what you meant, so that's why I said no. I just thought you didn't know.
Binjin, is that you?
More focused on. Do I see where those bolts were?
Floating in the water?
Yeah.
Make me a perception check. You don't even get well, you still have disadvantage because you're exhausted, but you wouldn't if you weren't exhausted.
Yay. Then shoulda, woulda, couldas. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you maybe see a couple floating out here, but it's hard to tell. The water isn't still; it's making waves and shit. It's so more than likely Some of them are gone, but we'll say you find one, like, kind of washed up on the shore next to where you're at.
And I don't like see any that are like along this way. Right,
No, not really. It's too dark in the water, even with dark vision. It's just that you're just too tired as you look out, and it's just too much shit going on. It's just not that easy to see. Finding 2 crossbow bolts in the dark water of an underground lake, not the easiest thing to do.
How many shots did I take at this thing?
You took like 5 or 6, didn't you?
Let's see.
One.
You can add an ammo count to your character sheet. If you go to resources, it should say there somewhere.
2.
Well,
On
I
the
didn't
right
have
side.
that set as my like.
I know.
Ammo.
You can make a new resource though. You just hit that little plus button under your favorite foe. You had 10 arrows, I think, to start, or 10 bolts to start, right?
Yeah.
And these are +1 bolts.
According to the log, after our initiative, you fought 5, or you fired 5 of them.
There you go. So you just
then you switched to your +1 dagger for a little bit.
there you go. So you have
and you said
+1 bolts.
1 onshore.
Yeah. So we'll say you have 6.
All right.
So put the total as 6, and then you have currently 6. Good.
Sure. Okay. Oh boy.
You would hear that, Balrog.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for that beacon of death over there to, like, get away from the water.
Ugh.
Don't want to attract any undue attention.
I'm just gonna, Binjin, if you're over there, I'm gonna go on ahead. I'm assuming you can swim.
Ah, yes, the best way to handle any situation, splitting the party.
And I'm gonna look down this hallway to see if it's safe.
I mean, as far as your torch can see, it seems safe. Just a long, narrow passageway in the darkness.
Seems perfectly sane to just walk down there blindly.
Sure, if you want a new character.
Binjin, I really hope you're on your way.
So here's where athlete would be good, because then you could try to long jump or something across the water.
I mean, I've got athletics, but I don't think that'd get me very far.
Yeah, your strength is pretty low, so probably not.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can give you an idea. Let's see. Rules. Jumping. I always forget the rules for jumping. Rules, movement, jumping. Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can only move half that distance. The rule assumes that the height of your jump doesn't matter. Okay. You must succeed at a check when you land in difficult terrain. Essentially, you can jump. Like, you're already in the water right there. So, right. Like standing on the edge of it. You would be able to make it to there.
Well, I mean,
like,
even if I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to make it very far.
I'd say with a DC, like, it would be like a DC 30 or so to get to here. With a long jump, maybe 35.
Yeah, I mean, even if I wasn't in the water at the moment, like, if I got a sprinting jump, I would not be able to make it very far.
Well, I'd say if you really wanted to try it and you roll 2, like a double nat 20, I would say you succeed.
Oh yeah. That's totally in the realm of possibility for me.
Yeah, as you still feel exhausted, so maybe you'd be able to clear a decent distance if you weren't so tired. Is what you kind of think as you step into the water, seeing the big guy staring into like some opening.
Abyss.
Abyss
of darkness for me.
Oh, God. Speaking of, out of the abyss Season 2 is so fucking hard to watch. Okay.
Out of the Abyss?
Out of the Abyss? You don't know it?
No, I don't know if I've heard that one before.
Oh, if you want to just feel like horrible shit while also loving it, watch that anime. It isn't.
Stealth while in water.
Good question. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try to do that. I mean, hopefully, wouldn't notice like any disturbance in the water, but that'd probably be my best way to try and get across. Because I don't think I'm going to be backtracking anytime soon.
I mean, you can. Keep in mind, you still have disadvantage on stealth as well.
Right.
Yeah, you try to be quiet as you step into the water. Splash, splash, splash. Balrog, you hear splashing to your north.
What's that?
Great. That's good.
I mean, you think you're being quiet, okay?
Well, his reaction, though.
Yeah, he hears you. That's the problem. Actually, that's a good point. No, you don't. Actually, because you're exhausted too. That makes your passive perception actually 6 at the moment. So an 8 beats a 6.
You were as stealthy as.
Balrog doesn't seem to notice. You must be being quiet.
Garbo.
You gonna attempt to cross?
Take a step forward here into the dark.
Do you see those eyes peering out anywhere?
Make me a perception check.
So much problems. Oh my god.
No, it's quiet. Seems safe. You're not even sure if there was ever a monster to begin with.
Wait a minute. No, wait. That was Constitution. I did not click Constitution. What the fuck?
No, it says perception.
Oh, that's perception.
Oh, wait. I'm way up there. Okay, that's what was going on.
Ah.
Yeah, I was scrolled way up to where I was rolling like 4s. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, it wasn't.
That's
much
not
better.
right.
No, not much better.
No, I know it's not much better. But it's like I saw 3. It's like 3's not 4. Then I looked and saw Constitution. It's like, what the fuck? Then I looked at my scroll bar and I was like halfway through the chat. Oh. Yeah, so I try to like slowly swim over, I guess.
Okay.
Keeping my spirit out for any like movement, of course.
Sure. The water's not so difficult, but I'll still need an athletics check.
Start drowning now.
Oh God.
Okay.
You getting
You
flashbacks?
seem to be making.
Look, the shit I put my D&D group through, I would get flashbacks.
It's like, are you getting flashbacks of Ding?
No. What are you doing, Mal?
I am slowly proceeding through this little hallway here.
I see you still standing there.
Yeah, I'm been hanging out here, and I've been just kind of cautiously peering through here. Do I hear anything coming down from this hallway at all? Can I make a perception check?
Yeah. You would hear Binjin coming up out of the water, actually, as you hear some splashing in the water.
Binjin!
Right, that's what I need in my life.
Why didn't she tell me you were alive? I was worried about you.
Get the light out of here.
The funny thing is the fact that you didn't answer when he called out to you is the only reason you made it across safe. as right as you kind of get out of the water, like you hear as like the water gets disturbed behind you, as something had just noticed,
That
but it
fucker.
swims by. Yeah, if you had rolled any lower on athletics, basically it would have caught you, and then it would have been back into the initiative.
Great.
Yeah, hold
Love
on,
it.
guys, just a second.
I was worried about you, Binjin.
What?
Well, no, you don't need to.
So mean.
I finally see some good displays that I want, and I need to buy them.
There's a pathway over here.
Which is this going to be?
This
I want to go
has
this
got
way.
to be where the exit is.
You say that, but you don't really know, do you?
Yes.
What do you know of caves?
I know they start with a K.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Anyway,
For
let's
you.
go.
On checking something. We need to wait on him anyways.
I mean, fair.
The fuck? Okay, so I won't be able to do that. It took me is it not for a limited time.
Did you go and buy your shelves?
No. I'm looking at like how much money I actually currently have, and it's currently not much, so. But there's something on display. It looks like it's not going to be a like limited time thing, so that's good. So that'll give me time to save up to buy them.
I guess that works.
Sorry, the cats were battling, and I had to check on one to make sure she was not hurt.
Mirrors in 2 hours, son of a bitch.
Sorry, where were we? You just crossed the water.
He's about to like head on down to the other side. Head on down to the other side.
Head on down to the other side.
Pretty much.
Balrog, you actually see a bit of light ahead.
Is it this or is it down here?
Fuck is that I'm looking at? I'm sorry, what?
What do you see?
That.
Yeah. You would see somebody. It seems like a person who like is walking towards you, but then you see the light snuffs out. Although for you, Binjin, you just see the person kind of like fumble in the darkness a bit. Like you could tell, like whoever it is obviously can't see very well in the dark as they try to go off, and like they probably obviously saw your light as well.
What did I saw a little bit of something.
Careful, there's someone down there.
Did they look friendly?
Yes.
As if the person looking for their glasses is friendly.
Works for me.
As you know, everybody out in the wilderness in a cave, probably friendly.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, like, with the whole stumbling sort of action, like, the first thing I thought of is, like, Velma looking for her glasses. And I don't know why.
I'm going to make my way down here this path.
Okay. I gotta make sure I'm fully out of his torchlight before I move.
You hear a down the path a bit.
I am going to do my worst job at stealthing that I can. Yeah, I did.
Well,
Just chink, chink,
what's the maximum range on
chink
torchlight?
with my metal art, my chainmail. As I'm trying to be stealthy.
Hand crossbow or what?
What's the maximum range on the torchlight?
Torch? A normal torch?
Yeah.
It's 20 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light. Beyond that, so 40 feet of bright light for you, essentially.
So, like, this is the cutoff right here, basically, of him.
I don't see nothing. Like, right here is the edge, and then beyond right here,
Okay.
I can't see shit.
Honestly, in a way, because of your skulker ability, you would have a hard time telling where light begins and where it ends when you're in a cave. So it kind of makes sense.
Well, I think I am stealthy as all jazz, so I'm going to continue to make my way down this hallway.
He's so stealthy that you can't hear anything, Binge.
Oh, don't worry. I won't say anything. It'll be my secret that I can't see him.
It's like, see how Binjin likes it when I disappear from him.
Oh, stop moving for a second because I forgot to do something. I just realized you got close here. Because Balrog, as you get up to this point, you would see growing on the floor, essentially, and kind of overlapping the wall. Like, it's very different texture than the map, but it's really like just covering the floor. Is this green moss, just kind of growing in a huge patch in front of you. And it kind of grows on the walls a bit there too.
Would I even have an idea of what this shit would be?
Make me a nature check. No. It looks like normal moss to you.
Raun.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Binjin, can you see this stuff?
I mean, technically, Binjin, even with dark vision, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference at that. Well, I guess if he's closer.
From here, it looks like moss.
I poke it with my torch.
You do. Well, you have to be closer to do that.
Oh, goodness.
Is that more moss that I see over there?
Seems like it, yeah.
Seems like it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to give my alchemist fire to Binjin.
Just a second. So you go up and punch it. Or punch it with your torch.
You got to be one step closer there, pal.
I know. Once I saw that other patch there, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that.
So you go up to it and you see this. As you get a little bit closer with the torch, you realize while it looked like moss at first, it kind of seems almost like a slime, right? But when you stick the torch into it, it all burns away very quickly.
Can I say that I have lit one of my other torches to It's like after sacrificing one.
Huh? Why would you sacrifice it?
Well, you said it
The moss burned away.
Oh, the moss burned away, not the.
No, the torch didn't suddenly combust twice as strong for a flash.
No, I just figured it would just get put
It'd be
out.
hilarious.
I just figured it was going to get put out.
No,
Like-
it does not.
Like reverse flammability.
Well, when you said kind of like a slime, I figured like that would just put out the torch.
I would have told you.
Then I will slowly approach this next thing and do the same.
There is nothing else. Seems at least right here. Or do you mean that little patch there?
Yeah. That little.
Sure, I mean you could.
Yeah, and then same thing.
Okay. Is that moss burned or that moss? That strange slimy moss burns away. What's remaining afterwards, underneath where the slime was, seems to be body of some sort. Oh, not that big.
Oh my god, large reduce.
There we go. And you realize the slime must have been growing over him.
I kind of nudge it with I nudge the body with my feet. My foot just like
Yeah, he's pretty decomposed.
decomposed. Okay.
And obviously now burnt quite a bit.
Yes. All right, I'll flip him over and rifle through if there's anything there. The body looks fairly like the armor and stuff looks all right.
On the picture, yes, but
yeah,
it's actually the armor is not armor. First of all, it's just like a tunic and like some maybe a few pieces like a cloak and stuff like that. The boots seem fairly nice, but they're a bit like corroded away. Like the whole when you flip it over, basically it seems like his whole body has been like melted in some ways and stuff. And most of what you search through just is unsalvageable. But as you notice though that on one of his hands, which must have been slightly outside of the slime, is a ring on one of his fingers.
Ooh, I kind of hold on. I want to take a look at that.
Sure, it seems to be a normal gold ring.
Put that in my pocket. Just one gold ring.
Okay, I need to change my screensaver. This one is almost headache inducing.
Is there anything that's beyond here? Because it just kind of looks like a weird cutoff for me.
Oh. Yeah, it's just doing that
that's
lighting.
situation.
It's
Okay.
doing that lighting.
Okay, I just didn't know if there's like a path, like the path.
If it's straight, it's not meant to be that way. Nothing should be straight.
Okay.
More than like a single square at most.
All right.
You can walk up into it if you want to see.
Okay, so it is just nothingness. Okay.
Yeah, there's just a wall there.
Coloration was looking a little different, so I just didn't know if there was a pathway or not.
Yeah.
Well, and the ring doesn't look like there's anything special about it. Just looks like a nice gold ring.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Would it actually fit on my finger?
Seems too small, but as you try to shove it onto the finger, it seems to resize, going onto your finger without any trouble.
Oh shit! Never seen that before.
No, you have not. I think this is your first official magic item, I think.
I'm just waiting to hear a ring of -1 AC.
I was wondering, like, if it was some kind of curse.
Because it's every ring that I've ever gotten from Blake.
That sounds about right. That's very him.
Just like, yeah, that 16 armor class is looking a little bit high.
Yeah, that comes from that whole dungeon master versus the player mentality that a lot of people get into. I hate that shit. It's supposed to be dungeon master with the players.
Right.
Curse items are fun, but only if there's a benefit.
Yeah.
But you have no way of knowing if it's cursed or what it does, because obviously you don't know shit. And you don't have no identifier or anything, so.
Yeah.
But it's on.
It's on me. Yeah, I'm just going to hold on to it for a little bit.
Sure. Do you continue wearing it after putting it on?
Does it feel comfortable? Like, after
It doesn't seem to hurt or anything, no.
But it feels like it's nice and it feels good on my hand. I'm like,
It fit perfectly on your hand. But as you try to like adjust it and stuff, you realize you can't actually take it off.
I feel like that's a pressing matter, but I kind of want to get out of this cave first. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that problem for right now and think of the positives that I have a nice new shiny ring and gonna continue to try to leave the cave.
Stepping around the corpse, his mutilated body. It doesn't seem too old, you realize as well, I guess.
Like,
it doesn't stink or anything.
Yeah.
It just seems like it was melted and stuff.
I couldn't like figure out what kind of what race it was.
I mean, most of the features are gone, but humanoid.
That's kind of what I figured.
Like a medium-sized creature of some sort. Maybe human. It could also even have been a Goliath. It's really hard to tell. He's so fucked up. Like no face, like basically when you rolled him over, it was just no face.
Sucks to be him.
Hmm.
It definitely sucks to be him. Yeah, I'm gonna continue on the way, and I'm gonna really hope that Binjin is behind me.
That's about all you can do.
At this point, I've spent like a few days in camp with him, and really not been much for talks and conversation. So, I see this. I see a part of this.
Yeah, you see somebody like as you come around the corner, you see like hiding behind a boulder very badly. Is like it seems to be a person like just kind of crouched down and like trying to pretend like you can't see her, but you can clearly see her. As I rolled 1 on her stealth check.
Oh my god, there's a part of me that just really wants to like sneak behind her and just be like, what are we hiding from? Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going to try it from where I am right now, which is right here. I'm going to try to sneak over behind her.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Oh, it's going to be great if it actually works.
But it will not. As you get close, she kind of like peeks up at you and goes like, ah, please, no, please, don't hurt me.
Whoa.
And she like backs away.
I thought we were hiding from something.
Yeah, you.
Me? Why me?
She just looks at you like with total fear in her face. Like, what kind of question is that? Like looking at you in this dark cave. There shouldn't be people. Yeah, but I mean that's what she thinks. Obviously, you have the right mindset. Why me? I mean, come on. But yeah, she doesn't really answer. She just seems to cower in the corner. She backs up as far as she can go.
I will probably, once she hears like screams, I'll probably end up backing up as well and being startled as out of shit.
Okay, and then she kind of sits there, and you can kind of hear this as well, Binjin. Somebody freaking out around the corner, and you see Balrog back up a bit.
can't say I'm surprised. Can I take a look at his body? Was it the decay on this body? Was it like
Make a
almost
medicine check.
okay? That'll help.
As you kind of look it over, there's not really so much decay. Like, as far as you can tell, it's a pretty fresh corpse. Although why there was moss growing over it, it's hard to know since it doesn't seem that old.
Mm-hmm.
You can make me a nature check.
Let's see.
Lady, do you know where the exit is?
Just a second. Like, now that you kind of have a look at it and look at the remnants of the slime there, like, you do know that this slime basically will actually kind of works as a natural preservative. And while it, like, when it's aggravated, it produces like an acid-like substance. So your guess is this guy aggravated the slime, fell into it, and died. And then the slime just grew over him to keep him from rotting. So he could have been here for a while.
Oh. So it's a good thing that he burned it away rather than try to walk over it.
Yes.
Well then.
All right, back. Balrog, what did you say, Balrog?
It was like, do you know where the way out is?
She just looks over at you and like kind of goes, I mean, no, not really.
Damn. All right, bye.
She just kind of stares at you for a bit, like, what the fuck? As you walk by, she like runs and just starts running straight like into darkness a bit. But then like trips and falls right in front of you, Binjin, but obviously doesn't see you.
At that point, I was just like, bye, be careful. Oh.
You don't even see that, you just hear, oh, oh, like in the darkness, basically. As she just kind of skids in front of you, Binjin. And then she stands up and lights a torch. As you see her freaking out, behind, and then she just goes, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
As she fell,
my mouse went, my keys went
as she fell, I would tap the top of her head. I was like, "You should probably try not to run in the dark."
Yeah, she lights the torch and screams and runs off.
Well, at least you're not running in the dark. Careful of the water.
Nice girl.
You don't hear any splashing or anything.
And then go here. If I don't hear any splashing, then I'm assuming she's all right.
And Binjin, as you come around the corner, you see her walking on the water. She crosses it to the other side.
The fuck?
What? What'd you see?
I mean, you're so far away, you can't really talk.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you see her just basically running across the water as she runs straight. I guess from there you can pretty easily see her for quite a while still. Just such a crazy amount of vision. And because she has a torch lit as well, it just kind of extends your vision endlessly.
Right. Now she's gonna go.
Runs up and
of course she does.
Climbs the rope that's hanging at the thing there up to where your guys' camp was. Before you lose sight of her, pretty much.
Well, that's the story.
Balrog, it's starting to get a little warm as you move down this passage.
Like uncomfortable warm or toasty warm?
Just at the moment, just warm.
Oh, this is weird. You know that black line that was supposedly here, just right above me?
Yeah.
I don't see it, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird in general. Though, I'm never doing it again. Never freehand drawing them, never letting it. I did this map again for my other group because I'm using it for just like a dungeon, basically. And it's very much harder than you guys. Like proper fucking fire elementals and water elementals, all kinds of shit, right? And like I drew it with the line tool instead of the freehand, and nothing broke. I don't know. Something with the freehand did it, and it's a shame because it. Well, at least it's only a couple times. It's not everywhere.
Right.
Does it look like I can actually squeeze through this area?
Yeah, easily.
Okay. Do you hear anything coming down from that area?
Kind of maybe like the pop and bubble of something further on, but I'm not 100% sure. You can make me a perception check. Nothing stands out. You can vaguely hear Binjin walking behind you again.
Well, shite. Yeah, I guess I'll continue to go then.
Okay.
Squeeze my Goliath self through all of this.
Oh yeah, did I do the lighting in this place? Freeze for just a second.
Oh, I hope if anything happens, Binjin is fast enough to make it here in time.
I'll make it there in time and you'll be dead. Got it.
You just want me to make another character, don't you?
I'm pretty sure you're the one that wants to make another character.
I hope I didn't fuck up the lighting. Whatever. Okay, good. We'll see. If it fucks up, whatever. I don't care.
Now, a quick question. This actually looks like it's almost like the same color as the ground. That is wall there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it looks like it's blending in to not be that darker colored, so that's what I was wondering.
Hey, it's more of the lava.
Yes. The source of the heat is identified as you kind of step around the corner and get hit by like a blast of heat.
It's like, yeah, this is kind of soothing to the eyes. Not for the skin, though. Gotta figure out where the hell she came from, though. Because there's obviously got to be an exit around here somewhere.
What's up, hold up?
Hi, Binjin.
What's up, hold up? What are you doing? What are you waiting on?
Well,
Did you feed them?
I found lava.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is a lot.
I mean,
Pretty sure that's where we were over there.
but she just appeared, so
She probably came from further on down this way. There's two ways to go here. One is across the lava, and the other one is not.
well, then obviously we go with the one that's not across the lava.
Right. So go on.
Aren't you supposed to be my eyes?
You have to keep holding a fucking torch.
Oh, I'm sorry I wasn't born in a cave. I'm sorry I was born into royalty.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, that really doesn't help your case right there.
Yeah, Balrog, you get even warmer as you're coming into this. You're starting to sweat, actually.
Oh, God. I see.
Yeah, I see some...
What, Binjin?
Let me get this.
This? Where?
That's a lot.
A lot? A lot of what? Lava?
Yeah. That's a lot of fucking lava there. A lot of lava.
Oh, up there. Yeah.
Up there.
You're forgetting how fucking far you can see.
I mean, I can actually see that.
Yeah, I mean, it is giving off light. That's true. Good point. Yeah, seems to be a lot of lava up there, giving off a lot of heat. There's more heat coming from your left, though, Balrog, at the moment.
Oh, yeah, that's some...
As instead of just, like, kind of caked over lava, this shit is like a molten lake.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
By the way, Binjin, at this point, you would probably realize if there's lava, you guys must be fucking deep.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Are you sure this is the right way, Binjin?
I mean... What do I say here? There was another way? Well, technically there was, but I don't want to think about it.
Guess I'll go into the middle here. Oh, wow, that is just so much magma and lava.
Yeah, it's hot in here. Like, you are uncomfortably hot at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, that is definitely fresh.
Yeah.
That is definitely some fresh shit there.
Yeah, now for you as well, Binjin, you are very uncomfortably warm. Balrog, as you can see as well, as you can see that there are cracks where it looks like the ground is less stable and stuff.
Oof. Yeah.
Yep, so you don't really need a torch here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still lots of darkness, but... Oh, the lighting actually looks nice. It turned out nice.
Yeah, it did. Can you see any place that might be an escape?
Escape? I have no idea. I do know it continues if you follow that path, but whether or not you want to is up to you.
What's your path?
Forward.
Forward where?
This way.
Okay, because I see to that, and that's
Yeah.
how,
That's forward, is it not?
It doesn't look like there's anything beyond that. Could just be more magma.
Well, just because you can't see doesn't mean it's not there.
That's why I'm asking you.
That's why I'm telling you.
Oh, that looks like an awful, awful thing. You go ahead.
Nah.
Lighter, so it won't break up the unstable shit. Thanks, Poseworth. You're awesome. Does it even look like it would, when I approach, does it even look like it would support my weight?
Make a survival check.
Oh, because I am so good at those.
You're not sure.
This is gonna suck.
This is so out of Balrog's element that you don't even have a clue. Like, probably this is the first time you've ever seen lava. And, like, just the idea is probably already overwhelming for Balrog in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I
Binjin, as you go and peer into this, like, room here, kind of stepping to the shore of this little lava lake, I suppose. I need you to go ahead and click on your token, both of you, and roll initiative. As you see rising out of the lava, kind of right in front of where you're at, seems to be some sort of snake It kind of like its body kind of like rises out and it kind of looks at you for a second. There's this moment where you kind of both make eye contact and nothing happens before something starts to
I mean,
happen.
I lost Binjin. I don't even know where he went.
Oh, you hear a, but you
Yeah.
can't move as near you as well.
Yeah, I see.
Popping out of the lava.
Ooh, I see these.
Yeah, you see two things merging out of lava, almost blowing your mind. Like, how could something survive in this damn lava?
Yeah.
Something does. Oh, you guys rolled before I actually put the initiative order. That's okay. That's my bad. I should have put it up immediately. Oh, there it goes. It just did it. Okay. It just took a second to update. Interesting. Yeah, these things look not friendly. Let's just say that. You aren't surprised as they were kind of investigating, so you saw it, but
I wish I knew where Binjin is.
You'll know.
Really?
you actually not see him at the moment. Oh, that's funny. You're literally in the one little of darkness for him,
Really?
which is kind of funny. Maybe that's why this thing didn't see you initially, Binjin. As it's looking in your direction, it must have heard you, but it's peering and peering and peering. You're actually invisible to it at the moment,
Oh shit!
meaning you actually would get a surprise round here. Now that I think about it, while you alerted them to their presence, and Balrog, you definitely have been spotted with your torch in the middle of the lava room.
Yeah.
Binjin, it seems to be actually looking in your direction, but it seems to be already like going down and seeming like it's going to move off of it. But before we do that, I'll roll their initiatives. Why did it roll? Why isn't it rolling? I'm clicking on their tokens. Why isn't it? Whatever. 3, 3, 14. Wow, that's some initiative there.
We
Binj.
disturbed them on their spa day.
So Binjin, you get a surprise round.
Yay, I'm gonna do that thing that I do of the ambush and the whatnots.
Right, of course, yeah.
Um,
The Umbral Ambusher. You should do all the things.
Yes, I'm gonna shoot see the stuffs. As soon as I
Okay.
figure out, there it is.
You have advantage on that attack, so it's a 22 to hit. As you take your hand crossbow and thunk, it lands a shot, hitting it at the moment. Ah, that's the one downside. You don't have crossbow expert.
I do not.
Oh, so you can only make one crossbow attack, even with that Umbral Ambusher thing,
Oh, that's annoying.
because it has the loading property.
Ah.
If you could do something else, you could do it still. If you had some other form of attack.
Well, I don't want to chuck something, so I'm just gonna have that shot, and then I'm gonna.
It doesn't even seem to know where the shot comes from. Good old skulker.
Then how about I oof, where's a good spot? Maybe like move up to like here and then use stealth or something.
Stealth is an action.
Oh, Brad.
Binjin, I see you.
Oh, if you see him, then the snake sees him as well.
I just
Really?
see him.
Right here?
No, you just
Yeah.
moved over to that corner. I can see you. I can see
Oh,
your
then,
edge of your token. That's where I see you.
oh, well then, as you move a bit, Binjin, the thing like turns and looks at you, and then you step back into the darkness, and it's kind of like looking into the darkness for you.
Okay, so yeah, about right here. I saw a little nook right here.
I can technically see the corner of you right there. So yeah.
Um,
I don't know.
Fuck it. At least I can see you.
Yeah, that's because you're standing in his torchlight.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell. Remember?
Okay, true. You think it's dark. I mean, the creature's looking at you, so I guess you would be able to tell.
Okay, so it is actually looking at me then?
Yeah. It kind of peered in your direction when you shot it, and then after you moved and kind of took the position where you're at, it like locked eyes on you, basically.
Alright, well then I'm just gonna skedaddle over here.
Yeah, because you do have the 10 feet extra movement.
Yeah. So, yeah.
As you go off. Good. I mean, it's your turn again because that was the surprise round.
Oh, joy. I see another one. I still need to reload the crossbow then, I'm guessing?
No. It's just you can't fire more than one attack in a turn unless you have crossbow expert.
Okay.
Which is personally stupid, but them's the rules.
Then I'm gonna... Oh, actually, I can technically still see this one, so I guess I'll shoot that one again.
Sure. You don't want to use your bonus action to do anything? Hint, hint, wink, wink, Slayer's Play, Hunter's Mark, anything?
I mean...
Just asking, just so you don't forget, you know, because...
Right.
You've forgotten most of the sessions.
I forget most things. Can't help it.
It's not my way of hinting that if you had done that during the fight versus the vampiric manta ray, that you might have won that fight. But hey, sensible. So what you doing, buddy? Are you checking stuff?
I'm checking something real quick.
Problem. But really, I'm not trying to hint at you like to do.
Right.
I'm just reminding.
I'm actually reading Favored Foe real quick. So that requires a long rest.
It does.
Which we technically did get, but we did get...
I'm guessing you're one of those people that plays RPGs, and when you finish the final boss fight, you have like 5,000 potions.
Yes, that is exactly me.
Yeah. Doesn't work in D&D. It's good to space out things so you have things for other encounters, but the good thing about something like Slayer's Prey is, or Hunter's Mark especially, is Hunter's Mark lasts 10 minutes, and you can change targets after one dies. Slayer's Prey lasts until you kill that creature.
I don't know Slayer's Prey.
I'm not Favored Foe. I just always call it Slayer's Prey because someone else has a Slayer's Prey ability when on their ranger, and that's the thing they do all the time.
Yeah, looking at Hunter's Mark, because that one you were saying can switch targets, right?
Yeah, if you kill, if the target dies, you can use a bonus action to choose another target within range. And there's no time limit on when you do that.
Yeah, I'll go and...
As long as you maintain concentration of them.
Yeah, I'll go and slap this one with the Hunter's Mark.
The one you shot before?
Yeah, because I had to skedaddle from it. That was my concern, was getting away.
Ah,
Now
sure.
that I actually have some range on it.
Okay. As you...
So
I
then...
think it's local, I think.
Have any advantage on wisdom or wisdom survival? Perception check to find it if the target is
The biggest thing is it does more damage.
Right, so it does an extra d6, right? According to that? Okay. Alright, well, then I'm gonna just pop.
And with
shot.
Hunter's Mark, that's every time you hit. So
Right.
in the future, when you're able to make multiple attacks,
Mhm.
for instance, Dread Ambusher, you could make 3 attacks in the first turn with Hunter's Mark on every single one of them.
Right. Also, that bolt would do an extra damage, so it did 7 total.
Oh,
So then I'll shoot it with the crossbow again.
okay. Keep in mind, these bolts, they are burning immediately after hitting the
Oh,
thing.
yeah, absolutely.
They're gone.
You're down to 4.
10 will unfortunately miss.
Yeah, Oh well. I had to roll a 4 for God's sakes.
Yeah, you had disadvantage anyway, so it was actually a 1. Yeah, the minimum range is 30 feet on a hand crossbow. The 120 there is the maximum range you can even target.
Oh,
Anything after 30 feet is disadvantage.
Oh, after 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have the
Didn't know that.
sharpshooter feet.
Unless you have the sharpshooter feet.
I thought the 30 was like the minimum, and if they're within that...
No. You can shoot anything within 30 feet without disadvantage.
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Balrog.
Alright.
You see Binjin shooting off to this direction as he ran out from that way.
Okay.
Right after these things popped up.
I am assuming he's got this under control. As far as that goes there. Is there a boulder or any sort of large rock that I can chuck?
It's a funny thing. No,
Son
not right here.
of a bitch.
As you take a quick look around, you see a few lying over in this area and over here.
I don't like that area at all.
I bet you don't.
I am going to hold my action as far as if they get into my range, I'm gonna punch the shit out of them.
Okay, sure.
I have really nothing else I can do as a bonus action, so yeah, that's it. Just gonna hold my action for now.
You see the one on the right kind of moving across the lava.
On the right? Oh.
Or on the left, my bad.
Is he moving like on top of the water, or is he like, or on the lava?
On top of the lava, like partially submerged.
Okay.
It keeps its head out for the moment as it moves over to the edge of the lava and kind of sits there. And Binjin, you see the one kind of come out of the lava, and you see it's got a long serpentine. It literally is like a snake made of like red scales and fire as it starts to move its way out towards you. And then the one here. 10. I mean, this one will actually move into range of you, Balrog.
Yeah, punchy.
Sure.
No.
No. And then it tries to bite you. The 12 to hit, and then tries to whip you with its tail with a 7 to hit.
Both miss.
Binjin.
First, I swear to myself at the amount of low ammo that I have, and then shoot again.
Yeah, your bow and arrows are around somewhere.
Fuck's sakes.
That's unfortunate.
Can't shoot for
But at least that bolt doesn't burn as it clinks off the wall behind it.
Ugh. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Balrog. This thing's in your face,
Balrog.
giving off a lot of heat.
Oh, I'm punching it. Balrog
Okay.
punch.
Balrog punch. As you smack the thing, you make heavy contact, but one thing you weren't expecting is it's very hot, as its heated body burns you for a d6 fire damage, for 1 fire damage. But you do hit it, so go ahead and roll damage. 10 points of damage total.
All
The thing looks pretty messed up after that. It's still standing, well, slithering, I guess.
Fuck it. It didn't seem all that hot. Bonus action grapple.
Sure.
That's just a strength
Athletics check.
check.
Athletics.
Checks. All right.
I guess I'll make it. Yeah, you grab it and burn for 4 points of fire damage. As you're holding this thing, it's. But I think you do damage when you grapple it, right?
At the start of my next turn.
Start of your next turn.
Yes.
Okay. But you do take 4 points of fire damage.
Are you gonna try and suplex it?
You're fucking right, I am.
4 points of fire damage.
Yes, I did take the damage. I'm down to 25.
Oh, okay. It just now updated for me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, the first one on your left gets up behind you. You're lucky there's no flanking. With a nat 1 and a 7.
Both miss.
And the one down going after Binjin originally sees a Balrog up here and swarms him with a 10
That misses.
and a 12.
And a miss.
And then the third one that you're grappling will actually try to break the grapple. So that's another athletics. It breaks free.
Oh, sad day.
But that's its action as it hisses at you. Binjin!
I'm gonna try and shoot it again, cause fuck.
Okay.
Hit it.
Yeah, you're within range this time. The 17 will hit.
Hey.
You see the bolt burn up when it hits, but it does hit. Add a d6 more.
Yeah, give me. There it is.
So 10.
Yeah, the thing's looking pretty hurt as it staggers from that and kind of flails around for a second, but it's still standing.
Well. Damn. That's all I got.
Okay, are you staying there?
Oh, yeah.
Balrog, you are surrounded, but the one on boat to your south, looking pretty fucked up. The one that you were fighting already is a little hurt. One on your left, not so much.
I'm gonna continue to punch the one that I've been punching.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. And you take another 4 points of fire damage.
Right.
But the thing dies as it falls over.
Nice. Let's go. Fuck it, Action Surge.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm gonna
You didn't action surge during the...
short rest.
No, but you didn't action surge during the Manta fight?
Nope.
Huh.
He
Okay.
kept getting away from me.
True.
Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, Action Surge, and then I'm gonna go after the one that hasn't been damaged at all. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a hit. As you take another 3 points of fire damage and do a bit of damage to it.
Bonus action grapple.
Okay. Yeah, that's a success.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As you take 4 more points of fire damage. You were just toasting here. Yeah, that one that's grappled by you as... I'm just gonna... It tries to break free, so go ahead and make me another grapple check. You have to beat a 5. Okay, it wasted its action. The one below you, though, continues attacking. That's an 18 to hit.
That actually hits.
I'm going to roll this again so it's not crit damage. For 8 points of damage total, 5 piercing, 3 fire. Then it tries to whack you with its tail with a 21 to hit.
I'm gonna use Stone's
Ah,
Endurance
okay.
to negate that 8.
Wait, Stone's Endurance? You definitely used that in that fight. Hold on.
Let's take a look.
Stone's Endurance,
You
yep.
are right. Yep. Okay, so I can.
Because I remembered
That
that.
one doesn't actually have a counter that I can keep track.
You can make one. How many times can you do it? Just once, right? For short
as
rest?
of right now, I believe it right now is just once. Yeah, after you just get it once until the short rest.
Okay, yeah, then no, you take the full damage there,
Yeah.
and then you get hit by the tail immediately.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I get hit by the tail.
Yeah, which does an additional 7 points of damage
Down.
as you're knocked the fuck out. What's your current counter at the moment? Where's your character sheet? Where are you? Balrog.
We did get a long rest, so our death save should have.
I think your exhaustion counter should make an exhaustion counter. I'm gonna do this for you. Stones endurance. There you go.
Boom. So now I have that 0. Perfect.
Oh.
I didn't know I could make those.
Yep. This is an exhaustion counter. This isn't your exhaustion level. This is an exhaustion counter. Right now you're at it's a DC 10. So make a Constitution check. Saving throw. Sorry.
A saving throw. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. Okay, so you take no points, or you don't get exhausted, but you have
I still have to make
one encounter. So, as I've told before, each time you get knocked unconscious, the DC to avoid exhaustion goes up by 2. So while it was 10, the next time you get knocked out, it'll be a 12, so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're not dead, but you are unconscious. The other one is dead, though, luckily for you, the one that would be attacking right now, Binjin. You see Balrog go down and the snake's hissing over his body.
My best bet is just to shoot again.
Okay.
Well, how damaged does this one look?
What?
How damaged does this one look?
The one of them looks not very hurt. The one you've been shooting, I mean, it's looking pretty fucked up. But it's like with its death throws, it fucked up Balrog.
I hate to do it because I don't know anything about these, but I'm thinking I want to do. I don't know. So does Hunter Mark only work with a physical attack, or what's up with that?
When you land an attack roll.
So any attack roll.
I don't know. Hold on.
Spells you do an extra 1d6 damage to target whenever you hit it with a weapon. Oh, okay. It has
A
to be a
weapon
weapon.
attack, so it can't be a spell attack.
Right. Damn.
No, you're not an X. you're maybe this.
Yeah, that's the other one I was thinking. I'm still weirded out the fact that the health bar above my token still says 30 out of 42.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot it again.
For me, it says 0 out of 42, so that's all.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Swear to God, my dice.
What do you mean?
Does something.
Yeah, you do kill that one.
And the bonus action switches to another one.
You have to do it on the
Start at the turn.
I don't know. Actually, it's a good point.
If the target drops 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours. Okay, so it's
not
gotta be
this turn. Yeah,
subsequent. All right.
that's so you don't. Hunter's mark. Psh, Hunter's mark. Psh, Hunter. Oh, it concentrates up to an hour though. So if you get into another fight in the next hour, you could still technically have Hunter's mark ready.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, the other snake kind of like turns and looks at you and hisses. Do you move?
Surprisingly enough, yes.
Go around the corner? Sure.
Yeah.
Balrog.
I will actually
yeah.
pull out my dagger as well.
Okay,
I have that at the ready if it comes around the corner.
sure.
Alright.
Balrog, death save. Yeah, that's one fail. The fire snake.
Oh my god, it just sounds like.
Yeah, it dashes up to you.
Hey.
That's what I figured would happen.
It's your turn.
Let's see. The dagger is a D4 plus 1, so that
This
would
is when
be-
you would bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll Hunter's Mark, and I'm thinking, what should I do? You know what? Might be better just to try and stab the damn thing. I don't know if. Ugh. Let me look at this real quick. Why is that not popping up? Oh, there it is. Oh, I was trying to have
Oh
you
god, if you roll one right now, Balrog, that'll be sad.
That's what I'm just thinking to myself. I'm just like, well, the moment of truth here. There's
Mm.
a decent chance that something could go south real bad.
Okay, so
It would
then
be
this.
fitting just because this is the same sort of situation we found ourselves in the last time this happened.
Every time you guys end up in this situation. This isn't even a tough encounter.
Okay,
It's not an easy encounter, but
I will actually.
Sometimes the dice just say, eh.
you
Touch
will
his mind whip.
mind whip instead.
Because that's going to be
Intelligence
way
saving
more
throw.
damage.
That's literally your spell save DC,
Well,
right? Like 12 is your DC.
it is literally 12, yeah.
Yeah. On a save, the target takes half as much damage and suffers none of the spell's other effects.
So 3d6. Well, good at least. Oof.
I mean, he kind of goes like, but yeah, it's still very much alive.
Well, that was my one time per day.
It was worth a try. I mean, if it
Yeah.
had failed, which was a good attempt, I mean, it has really bad intelligence.
I tried.
Alright.
And since
Yeah, Balrog, that's it.
Boom. Hey,
That's a success.
woo. Oh. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss.
As the fire snake, yeah, he's gonna try to get you
of course.
with a 9 to hit
Does
and a
not.
17 to hit
Does.
for 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 6 points of fire.
So 8.
Yeah.
Minus 8. Owie.
Yeah. It's your turn.
Slash it with a dagger, I guess.
Sure. Well, it is a +1 dagger at least, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit. You also trigger Hunter's Mark.
So that and
But you also take 2 points of fire damage.
yeah, well, I gotta do what I gotta do.
You do 9 points of damage to it. The thing's looking pretty fucked up as it's like and trying to like and kind of freaking out. Yeah. Anything else?
Because I didn't use I haven't used a bonus action. Do
Alright, I'm back. How's life going?
of these?
It's close. Just say that.
Alright.
Okay, so that would have been before. Because I don't think this one is. Yeah, that's an action. That's it. I guess.
Sure, Balrog. Ooh! As Balrog drags himself to his feet suddenly
With 1 HP.
with 1 HP. It's still your turn.
Alright.
You could reach it, but you know punching it would light yourself on fire.
Or something.
Bonus action.
Mhm.
Second wind.
It's probably a good idea.
So I gain 9 plus 4.
13 HP, so 14 total.
Woo.
As you wake up suddenly, take a deep breath, look over, and I mean, you are still prone actually. Now I think about it, so
Yeah.
you would lose half your movement getting up. True.
I will then, instead of for my action, I'm gonna direct Binjin to stab it with Commander Strike.
When you do, you can see or hear you. Yeah, he can see or hear you.
Using one of my.
That creature can immediately use this reaction to make one weapon attack. Do you do that, Binjin? Do you allow the attack?
I mean, sure, might as well.
Sure, make a weapon attack then. That'll hit. You can roll a superiority die to add to the damage. Hunter's Mark also applies. He rolls a superiority die because
so that's a D8.
it's 9. That's cool. And with the superiority die, it's another. Yeah, I mean that was a pretty good hit, Binjin, as you take 1 point of fire damage. But it dies.
That's helpful.
And with that,
Oh, damn.
for the moment, we're out of initiative.
Existence hurts.
Yeah, well.
As you kind of lay there, Balrog, in this heat, you're fucking sweltering at this point. You're pretty sure if you were to stay in this heat for much longer, you'll probably just pass out, especially after the fight.
Yeah. Is there an exit that anywhere that isn't?
How about you back to the water?
I guess
Just
that's an
don't
option.
get in the water.
Yeah.
You both get 150 experience points, by the way.
Hey,
Let's see here. So that's
30, 50.
Oh, I'm sorry. You both get 300 experience. So add another 150 to that.
up to 3,200.
Yes. Do these guys like? I know they just burned us from being in basically the general vicinity of like touching. Now that they're dead, are they still like glowing hot?
They're still hot, yeah.
Okay.
Like as you kind of put your hand, I mean, they're just freshly dead. They're still hot, yeah.
Right.
I mean, even if it wasn't natural, they came out of the lava. Yeah.
I will pop back around and grab my bolt.
Yeah, sure. You can recover 1 bolt.
Yeah, because that's all that was. I could.
Yeah.
It was burned up, and then guess make our way back to the water.
Yeah. I wonder how that girl is doing.
Oh, she walked across water. She's fine.
Wait, what?
Go to the water.
I feel like I want more context, but I'm also too hurt to really
Just
pay attention.
don't get near the water. Just be in the vicinity of.
Yeah, it's already noticeably cooler just being like here, but you're still like very uncomfortable.
Okay, body's still there. I was wondering if the body was going to be there or not.
No, it still is.
By the way, he had a ring on him. Fits pretty good on my hand, surprisingly.
You should probably focus on that one day. Been a couple hours just thinking about it.
about this ring. Why would I think about the ring?
He was in character describing the tuning to it to figure out what it does.
Oh, I know that. I absolutely get that, but
Oh, okay.
I get that.
Sometimes I'm not sure if you're Balrog or you talking, you know?
I get that as me. Balrog doesn't really understand this shit.
Yeah, once again, you're back at the water. It's obviously a lot cooler in this area. Like, even just cool, and not just cooler, but actual,
So,
like...
now that I've got you here, you should probably light a torch so you can see.
I do have a torch.
Yeah, your torch fell when you got knocked unconscious, but because he easily picked it up. It was laying there. So.
Well, I didn't hear him pick it. I was say he was picking up. That's why.
I mean, if it's burning out, I can spend another one. I have.
It's only been like 20 minutes. The thing burns for an hour.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have 15 more in my bag, so we're good. Ow, things hurt.
Yeah, just kind of sit and relax for a little bit. Just be careful about the water's edge.
I'm not going anywhere. Water was bad. Lava is bad. This cave is bad.
In general, you guys have to drown or down an entire water skin to make up for that fight that you just had, essentially.
Yay.
I can do that. We got water skin.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Although you don't have any more water, I think, beyond the one, right?
Well, we had one. We have one apiece, and then we found one.
Ah, okay. So you still have it.
Yeah, we have essentially 1.5 between us.
In normal conditions, that would almost get you both through a whole day. In these conditions, with lava rooms, less.
Okay, so now that we have a time to breathe, back to the lady walking on water.
Yeah, she walked across this water, went up the other side towards the camp.
Do you think that the camp was hers?
No idea.
You think
She was a coward.
Do you think she's gonna be mad we took all of her health potions?
Well, kind of late to think about that now, wouldn't you say?
This is true, but no. I'm just gonna hang out here and think about this ring. You go find us an escape. But wait a minute.
You might need to think about it for a couple hours.
Yeah.
But you just try and gather yourself. I'm actually going to fill up my water skin with this water, and I want to see if I can like douse those snakes in the water, see if it cools them down.
You're gonna go back with it? Okay, so you fill it up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I want to see if it's possible to collect some of those scales, because that can be worth quite some good stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, you do that. In this time that he is taking, like, to do all of this, would I have the ability to, I don't know, spend a hit dice?
It has not. It will not have been an hour yet.
Okay.
Don't move for a second, Binjin.
I'm just gonna find like a little rocky crevasse that I could just kind of sit down on, and just like.
Well, I was also going to say at this point, now that I see the lava again, I don't want another snake instance to happen, so I was going to start stealthing from here.
Sure, you can make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Wait, Balrog's
Something worth a damn, please. That is not worth a damn.
You think you're being quiet, though?
Yeah, I think I am. Everything else probably doesn't.
One of the reasons why, like, sometimes I wonder if, like, skill checks should be hidden, but on the other hand,
What is this?
What is what? Yeah, you're not sure.
Yeah, I can
It's
see
where
that.
the body of the snake was.
Oh, it's going to be fucking ash, isn't it? Ugh. Come on. Work with me here. Jesus.
Yeah, as you get closer to whatever this was, and still feeling uncomfortable because you didn't really cool off so much, but at least you're not as fucked up as fucking dude who was punching literal fire.
Right.
Yeah, as you're kind of sweating and looking over it, there's nothing seems to be left of the fire snake. Just a pile of ash.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying. Could have made some nice boots. I guess for the time being, I just head back.
Yeah, it only takes you like 5 minutes basically to walk there and back, more or less. At the, even that, honestly. But I'd say 5 minutes. So yeah, after 5 or so minutes, Binjin comes out of the darkness once again, Balrog.
Did you find a way out?
No, I was hoping to collect some scales, but can't do that now. The
Okay,
prize
how
turned to
about-
ash.
How about finding a way out?
You know, I'm almost convinced that we have more pressing concerns at the moment. Like, a lack of water is a good one.
What are you talking about? There's water right here.
I encourage you to drink it.
I mean, we do.
I mean, even Balrog would know that just drinking water without prepping it is not safe.
Well, I know that.
Okay.
Belrog's not that dumb, but it's just we can go back up to the camp where there's a cooking pot and everything. We have done this. We did this for like 5 days.
Right, but we didn't have to cross a water strait each time.
I mean, we just.
Looking around at the water for this damn thing.
Sure, make me a perception check.
It comes out of the water and eats your face.
Oh!
Fucking hell.
You swear
Out
you
of the
see
water,
like
eat your face off.
no,
You
when you
didn't
look
see
into the water, you're not sure, but there seems to be thousands of them in there. Every shadow must be another beast.
Oh, I'm scarred.
Well, if you can roll 2 natural ones that are at the same time, you can maybe roll 2 natural 20s.
Yeah.
Have you seen my luck, apparently?
Hey, last session you were the one who rolled all the nat 20s.
It really didn't matter all that much.
I think in general, you're the one that rolls the best and the worst.
Yeah,
Balrog is kind of always in the middle.
that's
that
kind of like the
one.
long and short of it. Like, I'm either rolling really well or really shit. Like, that's how Ding died. I was doing pretty well, and then all of a sudden it's like, 1, 1, 5, 1, you know. It was all crap. But I was doing really well beforehand.
Well, we gotta find a way out of here. What other pressing matter do you think that we have?
Surviving, even being down here to begin with. To find an exit. I'd say that's pretty pressing.
This is true, but if that klutz of a girl seemed to be able to do it, then we should be fine.
We don't know what ability she has. For God's sake, she walked across water.
Is that a unnormal ability? I don't know. I don't get out much.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Well,
Snuff out your torch.
but then I can't see.
Yeah, contemplate things for a little while.
Contemplate. That's a pretty big word. I mean, I don't have any trouble going to the bathroom. Well, Benjamin, what do you think then we should do? We can go through the area where the lava is, or we can find another way out.
A way out. So you have to find a way out. Not another. You haven't found a way out yet.
besides
Death. That's a way out.
Yeah, I was just about to say death.
Yeah. It's probably the quickest as well.
Not
If
the
you could
nicest.
sniff out your torch, that'd be great.
But then I can't see.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, oh darn. How am I supposed to punch things that I can't see?
What are you going to punch right now?
Nothing.
Are you going to pound some sand?
No, because I can see there's nothing in the no immediate threat. Because I can see.
You can also hear. Do you hear anything?
Let's find out.
You do. You hear footsteps coming from the north, and as you look up, you see light. As the woman seems to be making her way back down this direction.
Of course she is.
But she stops as she probably notices Balrog, it seems. For just a second she stops, but then you see her like take a breath and then come a little bit further to the other side of the lake. And she shouts across to you two. Are you two gonna hurt me?
Depends. Are
No.
you gonna hurt me?
Are you lying, Binjin?
Why would I hurt her?
I don't know. Are you lying? We need to know if you're making a persuasion or a deception
I'm literally not lying. I was like,
okay, both of you make me a persuasion check. Okay.
Where's my fucking... There it is. Oh, cool. Oh.
No, 13, not bad. A 10. So you guys were just like, what? What? Yeah, what is she? You see her kind of like take another breath and then comes forward, and you see her reach into her pouch, and she says, "Catch!"
Wait.
She's holding like a potion bottle in her hand.
Can you throw that far? What?
I mean, I don't really want to go into the water. You see her step onto the water a bit, but you see her looking left and right. She obviously knows like what's in this water as well.
Yeah, that's... Don't blame me. That bastard's terrifying.
She gets here though, and she's like, okay, can you just a little bit closer? I don't want to. You see her like nervously looking.
I'll leave that up to him. I'm not getting anywhere near that water. Not while there's light.
Yeah. So she takes the potion. She's like, okay, here, and she chucks it, and it kind of lands like right here.
I would have laughed if it landed like right here.
You see the potion bottle kind of floating in the water there, next to a crossbow bolt.
Well,
So you kind of wade into the water, swimming, actually.
yeah,
In fact-
I'd be swimming at that point.
Do you grab it and go back, or what do you do? Mal, are you muted, or?
Yeah, I was muted. I grab them. I go out and I grab both the crossbow bolt and the potion, and then I paddle back.
Make me an athletics check.
Ow.
Okay, you're quick enough. As you go into water, she goes eep as you grab the potion, and you quickly swim backwards as kind of jumping out of the water, like right where you were. Are you staying in the water? As this thing kind of jumps where you were, splashing into the water on the other side before going down below again. And you see her just like, she says, if you split that between you two, You should be able to cross the water. You look hurt. I can give you aid.
What do you think?
Wait, we can cross the water with that?
Just drink half the potion each, she says.
All right. I'll down half and then hand it
Pass
to
it.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, it's the last one I have. It won't last long. Come, quick, she says, and kind of steps away from the shore. Just run.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Balrog, it's crazy. Like you expect to fall in, but it's just like walking on ground. Whoa! As you sprint across the water, you easily make it to her. She kind of backs up a bit, but calms down a little bit, not looking nearly as terrified as she did before.
I'm gonna like make sure that there's no light in my general vicinity at the moment.
There isn't at the moment.
Can you go a little bit further down that cave for a little bit?
He don't worry. He has a thing with light.
As Binjin, you see the thing swim by, like literally right next to where, like right where it crosses its searches.
Yay!
But it doesn't seem to notice you.
Yay!
And like the girl turns and goes, "What about your friend? What?
Yeah, he has a
Doesn't-
thing with light.
But how is he going? How? Oh, okay, I suppose.
It just continued on and
He
then
won't tell
dived
me
down.
either.
Sure, as far as you can tell.
Oh shit.
He won't tell me either. I don't get it myself.
Okay. What are the rules for a sprint?
So you can make an athletics check if you want to like try to go max speed across or something.
Yeah, I might need to do that.
Technically, sprint is a dash.
Right. So let's see. That would be. So is it like double movement speed then or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Movement speed is in. So how far along is this? That is 55. Oh, wow. Of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah, I guess I'm down and then just have to book it across. So
Okay.
it's gonna take me like 2 turns because even at like, because I can make it to like here
What do you mean?
because my movement speed is only like, oh, I
25.
don't know why I was thinking it was like 15 for some reason.
Movement speed is 25. You're thinking because it's water.
No, I think he's just
Dumb,
making
yes,
mistakes.
He's just dumb.
just dumb. Okay, well yeah, I could sprint across then.
Okay. Do you?
Yeah, down and just book it, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, just go ahead and drag yourself across. You'll make it across with the potion. As like she kind of like gets surprised as you just come out of the darkness suddenly. She goes, and she kind of looks you both over and backs away a bit. She doesn't look like terrified, but she's obviously being like, cautious. And she just kind of like gives like a basic bow, I guess. She goes, my name is Sevra. I've been down here for a long time.
Well, that
You're
doesn't
the
go
first-
well.
You're the first new people I've seen in, I don't know, a week? 2?
I don't even know
I
how
was lost for a while and finally made my way back to this area. Who are you? What are you doing down here?
I blame the spiders.
Yeah,
Just-
them.
The spiders. What did they have to do? What did they?
They brought
Oh,
here.
and she just kind of nods like, I see. Well, you're lucky then to be alive.
Well, it helps when the big guy here is very fond of fire.
And of
She
punching
nods
things.
and she goes. One of my friends was taken by the spiders on our first day. We weren't able to recover them. I don't suppose you saw anybody else?
There was a body over there, and I kind of just point out into the area of darkness where I believe I thought I might saw that thing where I got the ring.
So what the tactless friend of mine is saying, unfortunately, all we had come across were those that were slain.
She nods as if she kind of expected that answer, and she goes, "Well, you two look not the best. I guess you came from up here, so you must know of my camp. How about we go back and I can tend to your wounds, and maybe together we can find a way out of this place?"
You feel better?
I would like that very much. I am in pain.
She goes, "Good," and kind of like nervously like nods to that, and, like starts to turn around, kind of looking back at you guys, like see what you're doing, but then just like you see her take a deep breath and then like just face the other direction and like march like she's not afraid or anything.
I thought you were to take a deep breath and then face plant.
No, she only face plant because she was running in the dark, and she's obviously human. As she makes her way over to the rope and climbs up.
And she'll do the same.
Eyeball those webs over there. Fuck you, spiders. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, as you kind of get up there, Balrog, you can see she's like looking through her pack and pulls out some like basically medical things and says, "Here, I can fix you up a bit." To both of you.
I think he could use a bit more burn ointment, primarily.
Yeah, she has all this kind of stuff, basically. You see her pulling out all sorts of ointments and bandages and stuff. And yeah, so she starts to patch you up. Takes a few minutes, like 10, give or take. You gain 11 hit points.
Woo.
And 12 for Binjin. And over the course of that 20 minutes, she kind of explains herself a bit. And just for context, because I don't have the name of the towns. But you know what? She names a town. None of you guys, neither of you would know the name of the town. That just makes more sense.
It
Actually.
would definitely not make any sense to me.
Yeah. But one thing that's clear is like when you guys don't know the name of the town, she mentions the Southwest Dominion, which is essentially on the other side of the world from where you guys are.
I probably didn't even know this existed.
She would basically fill that in as your lack of knowledge. And she says, "I don't actually recognize either of your races, to be honest. Where are you from?" She says, and I mean, no offense, but what are you? I've never seen anything like you before, to both of you.
Well, I'm Balrog. I'm a Goliath. I'm from the northern tribe.
Goliath? I never knew that you came out of the mountains.
I'm kind of on a... How do I put this?
A pub crawl?
No. I wish it was a pub crawl. That's kind of...
It started as a pub crawl.
Yeah, it started as a pub crawl.
Oh, I can't wait to play that campaign one day.
I know. Pub crawl mission. I was sent to learn of the world. This is my first time really outside my tribe. So I don't get out much.
She nods at that. Like, I see. It's similar for me. I was on my way to the Help Academy to practice magic. I recently discovered that I have a slight aptitude for it, though not much. And on the way, I ended up falling into a crevasse. And when I came to, I was in this place. I found others originally, and as we made our way through the caverns, we eventually found here, she says, where we at least had food and water readily available. We made various forays to try to get out, but the monsters and the environment was too much for us. She looks over at Binjin and says, and what about you?
I come from a long line of cave dwellers.
Just interesting. See, okay, so a gnome, I suppose, or a dwarf?
Sure.
Okay. She just nods at that, like not really questioning it at all, and goes, "Well, honestly, I do have one more ally who set out on a scouting about a week ago. I also went a different direction, but I ended up getting stranded before I was able to come upon those water walking potions on a corpse that I found. Luckily, as you saw, it allowed me to cross the water safely without being attacked again.
There do seem to be an awful lot of corpses around here, very corpsey.
Says, yes, you go around a corner and you never know what you're going to find here. And it's easy to quickly get overwhelmed.
Yeah, we've definitely learned that one. So this was your camp?
She says, yes, me and another friend. Well, I say friend. I didn't really know him before. Though he was exploring this place. He had more supplies suited for this underground and seemed to know his way around as well. But he claimed to also be trapped, though now he's not here. I fear he's probably dead. She points over to the backpack. That is his pack. He said he wouldn't need it. He'd be gone shortly. It was almost 2 weeks ago. She shrugs and goes, at least I think it was 2 weeks ago.
I'll look over to Balrog. Is like, was he wearing a ring?
She goes, I'm not sure.
Well then.
He was a strange man of darker complexion. He wielded a great sword.
Definitely didn't see that on the body.
She says, a body? Okay, I mean, I know you found... Where was this body you found?
You must have ran past it, didn't you?
She actually fell right at the moment and kind of ran off screaming before she could actually see the body.
Oh yeah, he had like a padded tunic kind of thing. Looked pretty destroyed, like some weird moss was on him.
She just looks confused.
Looked kind of...
Don't put too much stock into the moss thing.
I hold up the hand. I was like, I try to take off the ring. It's like, it's stuck on my hand right now, but I can hold out my hand and be like, does this look familiar?
Says, no. I mean, it's a golden ring.
Yeah.
It looks nice, I suppose.
Is there a reason why I can't take it off?
She looks confused. I wouldn't know. Is it too small for your hand?
That's what I thought at first, because it was on a more human size hand, but then when I put it close to my hand, it actually like grew.
Oh, it's magical.
And then it fit over my hand, and then now I can't take it off.
You need to think about it a little bit.
I've never heard of anything like that before. You'd be better off asking someone more skilled in the arcane or more versed in magical items. Personally, I'm fairly new to magic myself.
Apparently so am I. I usually just rely on good old left and right.
She nods at that and she goes, "But I apologize. For running off initially. I wasn't sure if you were friends, and I've been alone for so long. And to be honest, you're both quite frightening," she says with a half chuckle.
I mean, yeah, it's not every day you see, you know, us every day.
True. And she says, "But what what's your plan? As I told you, I don't have any idea how to get out of here, and I would like to work together with you if possible. Do you have any idea, maybe?"
Well, I point off in this direction as soon as I click on the ruler. It's like we came from that way before.
Says, "Yes, the bat cavern there, yes?"
Yeah, and then before that there was some spiders and more spiders, then a bunch of eggs, and then that's where we were captured. That's where kind of where we were, like where we woke up. And then of course we met you down there, and by going up and around we continue that route. There's lava, and then there's things that swim in lava. If you can.
She nods at that like she knew already.
Yeah, it boggles my mind. Lava's
Fire
thing.
snakes.
I always thought it was just a weird fairy tale that my grandpa always told me.
She says, "One of the people I met down here before he also disappeared, when we first saw those things, said there were something called elementals, some force of nature given life."
They hurt when you get next to them.
That makes sense why I couldn't harvest them. Damn.
"Oh, you fought them," she says, surprised.
Yeah.
Unwillingly.
And so I thought you just got wounded running. Did you defeated them? She says, like even more surprised.
We've gotten wounded doing a lot of things. Running, surprisingly, is not one of them. Spiders, the manatee.
Manatee?
Not manatee, the stingray, I mean. That weird monster, that asshole in the water. We fought that. That one didn't really work out so well. The spiders we fought. And then we fought those things.
This is her, by the way. Closer look.
Yeah.
If the game wants to load.
And then before
Okay,
that.
well.
And then before that, I've punched ghosts before. We did that before. That was kind of interesting. Don't really want to do that again. That was kind of weird.
You're just scared of another freaking giant ogre thing.
It threw a body at me.
Should have dodged.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We were running for our lives.
I imagine kind of more or less you kind of synopsis what brought you here. Is kind of what you're doing.
It's like,
and that'll probably take a little while that your hunter's mark would run out.
Basically just like explain everything that I have punched in reverse order.
Okay. Yeah, after a bit she just kind of says like, "You both still seem very wounded. I did manage to find some things on my trip," as she reaches in her bag and you see she's got a decent amount of rations, and you can tell that's basically all she has. Rations and a bit of rope, some extra clothes and stuff as she's rifling through her bag. She says, "How about we can rest and wait for my friend to return, and maybe the four of us together can try to make our ways out of this place."
I don't see a problem with this idea. Is this friend strong?
She nods. He's the only reason I made it this far.
How long would you say you would like to wait before you think it might be worth giving up waiting?
Well, if he's not back in the next few days, we'll be out of food anyway. We'll have to leave.
That's a pretty terrible situation to be in.
She nods, but moving about, as exhausted as you both seem to be, and as hurt. Well, at least if we're here, I can tend to your wounds more, and we can build up our strength.
Speaking of, if this is your camp, I feel inclined to let you know that we did find some health potions, and we kind of have them if you would like them back.
She goes, "Oh, those weren't mine. Those were just found amongst the bodies that we found. Just as I still have a few of my own, you're welcome to them."
Fair enough.
Yeah, she seems kind of like probably the nicest person either of you have ever met, to be honest. In a lot of ways, like if anything, it's probably a bit off-putting how nice she is for both of you because you've never been met with such like.
But I'm too naive to think twice about it because I'm just like, oh, because the last nicest person was the guard who was holding me outside of the tavern when I was locked in there, and he was the only person to actually have a conversation with me, and therefore I thought Jeff was my best friend.
True.
So,
True.
the nicest person outside the village, because everybody else, and I mean everybody else, has been an asshole to me. So yes.
Personally, you're just kind of stuck with me at the moment. Well, you know.
You do shoot things well when you want to.
Not really, if you looked at my past couple times.
When you want to. We're gonna find you your bow.
Like, watching you guys kind of joke with each other, she kind of giggles like, "You guys seem to get along well."
By obligation.
She nods and says, "That's how some friendships can start, but if you were truly obligated, would you have made it this far together? Based on what you told me of your journeys, you could have split up at any time."
This is true.
That's up for discussion, I guess. Another time, of course.
I mean, you could have left me after the bear.
Then that'd leave me fending for myself.
I mean, true, but you mean you were treated nice at that town.
Aw, and they wanted me to do this job, and look where I am now.
Says you mentioned this town a couple times. What about the town? Where is this town?
Let me put it this way: it's a town of vagabonds.
Yeah, none of them are really nice. We kind of after pile driving a bear, we found the map that was like, hey,
Really,
there's a town, and we figured better town than a cave.
She wholeheartedly agrees with you. This woman's been in this cave for a long time.
Everybody in the town was kind of mean, and at least they were mean to me.
She pats you on your shoulder and it's like, "I would take mean people over this cave."
You say that. After a while, I mean, we were only there for a week, but after a while, it kind of got a little grating.
I know, they're fine to me.
Case in point. But the blacksmith gave me these gauntlets, so that was kind of nice. I guess it wasn't all bad.
Cool. So we'll just kind of say you guys kind of just small talk for a while, yeah? As this continues for a bit. She kind of tells you more about her life. She grew up in the southwestern region as basically just a normal villager working on a noble's estate that produced wine. And then one day, out of nowhere, her brother got hurt, and she didn't know what to do, but suddenly magic flowed through her hands and healed his wounds. And she was basically commanded by the noble to go to the Helg Academy. She didn't want to go herself.
I guess she kind of was turned into an impromptu cleric.
Yeah, more or less. Not that the divine is really a thing.
Right. Like, cleric and ability, not so much like profession.
Exactly. She has no idea where the power comes from or why. For her, it's just magic.
Are you, if and when we get out of here, are you gonna go to the academy, or are you gonna do something else now that you kind of have all of this?
She shrugs and goes, I'm not really thinking about it, to be honest. At the moment, I just want to see sunlight again.
I could do without.
Yeah. Sunlight is nice.
Overrated.
He really likes caves.
Oh yeah, and that torch was used up, by the way, in case you didn't mark it off already. Like it only had a few minutes left, so.
Yeah, we'll mark that off now. Nice.
Yeah, so I guess the question is, what do you guys do? Do you take her advice and attempt a long rest? Do you stay for a day? Do you stay for 5 days? Do you leave immediately and try again?
Well, I would like to rest and heal up a little bit and see if I can think about this ring and why it increased on my hand.
Increased on
Sure.
your hand?
Increased size on my hand to fit, considering it was on a tiny human hand.
Sure.
I don't know if that's a long rest or a short rest equivalent.
It would be an hour equivalent.
Okay, and that's, I'd do that. And
Sure. So for now, then, a short rest, we'll say, for now?
yeah.
But she's she's trying to pull for a longer one, correct?
She doesn't want to wander. She basically says, like, you guys should wait for this other guy.
I mean, I'm okay with
Like,
that.
she's fully confident that he's going to come back. Like,
I'm fine with waiting if she thinks he's going to come back, because everything that we've done usually ends in pain. So this is finally an option C that might not end in pain. So I'm fine with, waiting a few days just to see if this is going to work out.
okay. As you're focusing on the ring, it is a ring of jumping. While wearing this ring, you can cast the jump spell from it as a bonus action at will, but you can only target yourself when you do so. It requires attunement, which you do naturally by holding onto it for an hour and checking it out. So you kind of feel this, like, knowledge of how to do this jump spell. You don't even know where it comes from, but suddenly you feel like the ability to do it. And it's an unlimited amount of casts. So, yeah. But there's nothing that you can figure out by doing as to why it won't come off your finger, though.
Works for me. What is the jump spell? Is that level 1?
Yeah.
Just so I can add it to the list here to technical spells.
Jump. So I can tell you, jump is a first level transmutation. Normally it would take an action, so it's even a buffed version of the jump spell. It lasts a minute. You can only target yourself. That's the downside, I guess. Your jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
And then target is self.
So in your case, for instance, a long jump with your strength, which is what, 20?
Yes.
That means you can jump technically up to 60 feet with a long jump.
Damn it. That's pretty good.
However, You can only jump up to your speed. So in order to do that, you would have to dash.
Okay. Fair enough.
Otherwise, you fall where your speed would end normally. But it works better for the high jump than anything else.
Nice.
Because with the high jump, you can... where is jumping? High jump. When you make a high jump, you leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So 8.
Oh, my modifier, so yeah.
Yes. If you move at least 10 foot before jump. When you make a standing high jump, you can only jump half that distance. So standing straight right now, if you do a high jump, you can already jump 4 feet without moving at all. With the jump spell, you can jump 12 feet just standing still. Straight up.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And you can extend your arms up to half your height above yourself during the jump. Thus, you can reach a distance equal to the height of jump plus 1.5 times your height. So 12 feet plus your height and a half. So essentially 20 feet. You can jump up and grab a ledge. So technically that cliff that you guys have been climbing to get up here, you could, with the ring of jump, you could run, or standing without running, you could just jump straight up and grab the ledge.
That's awesome.
And if you were to run and jump, you'd be able to jump almost clearing the ledge.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the difference that the ring of jumping means. Jump is an underrated spell in my opinion.
Fuck yeah.
And the ring of jumping is one of my favorite low-level items. The only downside is it takes a attunement slot, but it makes sense considering like what it allows you to do.
Yeah.
It's not very good for in combat. It's more for out of combat stuff.
I gotta unlock my door. My wife is home.
I mean, it is kind of a nice thing to have around.
Yeah, it's a very good utility item.
I think the biggest problem, and like one of the reasons why people don't take it as much, because there's a lot of other spells that be like, oh, I got to use this in combat because combat is everything in this game.
Yeah,
There's a lot of utility for things.
I am a fan of utility spells more often than not.
I mean, back in 3.5 when I played a rogue, the kind of rogue I would always play a utility rogue. I'd basically suck in combat, but utility I was useful in pretty much every situation.
Oh, that's my current rogue at the moment. I'm an intelligence-based rogue.
Yeah.
Because the backstory is he wants to be a wizard, but for some reason he can't use magic, and it pisses him off. Even though he has like 20 intelligence and arcana and everything, he has all of the things to be a wizard, but he can't be.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's just my personal downside I get myself. So I use a lot of items because I'm a thief. So I use a lot of things to make up for it, magic items, wands, things like that.
Right.
And I even have a spell book that I carry around and have people copy spells into for me because one day I plan on being a wizard.
Well, I mean, hey, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Wow, right?
I love this thing. This ring of jumping is awesome.
Yeah, then why don't we figure out how long you guys want to rest then? At least a day, I'm guessing, right? For the short rest?
Yeah.
Sure. Then why don't you roll me a d20, one of you? First one I'll take. 14. Okay. You will get the benefits of a short rest. As you're able to rest, kind of taking turns. She's fairly quiet most of the time.
Oh, 5. Yeah, fine. I'll go back up to 30.
Yeah, you can add a d6 to that as well.
Ooh, 36.
As she, during most of the time, she seems to be like singing a song, and it's a very restful song.
Kind of like the idle humming melody sort of thing.
kind of like the Song of Rest.
As one could say, yes.
Oh shit.
Yes, yes. I think it's a D6, right? Second level, you use soothing music or oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of short rest, gain an extra D6. Yes, okay.
Sweet.
Good.
Yeah, I'll take
So,
9 points shy.
Balrog getting 8, and Spud getting 12.
Yeah, I'm back at full.
Cool. After the first day, nothing much has really changed. And I think while I could go a bit longer, we're gonna roll. No, not really getting tired, but the next chunk of stuff because of what you've decided to do, the next chunk of stuff will take longer than I'm willing to go.
Right.
But how about we'll do Spud, Mal. So both of you give me 2 d20s.
Sure.
So the first day is Spud, the second day is Mal, third day. If you're doing a long rest, sorry. Are you going to are you going to wait?
Oh,
That's the most important question.
I'm fine with waiting.
Well, I can tell you right now, you didn't roll an encounter, so you would get a long rest if you decide to wait.
the part about that I do struggle with is thinking that it's like, well, we could run out of rations and then we'd have to fend for rations on the way.
Yeah, at the end of this long rest, you're going to have a few rations left over. About the same amount that you would have had left over if you hadn't met her and had continued. So realistically, it's a net neutral. The biggest benefit is if you take the long rest here, and because there's not an encounter, you would remove your other point of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for as well. Like, that's why I'm fine. Plus, she's here, and if anything does happen, she might be useful in that as well. So.
Well,
Yeah, she would definitely say that she's not going to leave until she's sure that he's not coming back. And on the
well, that does change things, yeah. I will say that for the first day before the long rest, I will do Goodberry.
Sure. Okay. Then that would save you one. So you'd have you have at the end of the long rest you'll have 6 rations between the 3 of you at the moment. So I'm just going to put this down. Just to mark. So yeah, you get the benefit of a long rest. Go ahead and click that long rest button.
Does that exhaustion counter also go down that you made?
Click that long rest button. Yeah, the exhaustion counter goes down after a short rest.
Nice. Sweet.
So does that like? Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Does that like? Okay, so it does reset that too. Okay, never mind.
It should reset everything. That
yeah, just checking to make sure that it like reset my spell slot too and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. And as you guys finally, after like these days, she finally just kind of, I guess he's not coming, but almost on cue, almost as if it was scripted.
Jesus.
Someone comes from the west, actually.
That's not what I'd expect.
Yeah.
Just randomly cast.
I suppose I'd probably end up in my favorite nook at some point along the way. So.
Just randomly casting vicious mockery.
No, I did say before that was an accident.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry. When I said man, by the way, I meant woman that she was waiting for.
Ah. Oh, okay.
As stepping out of the darkness with a huge greatsword in her hand, kind of approaching.
Just in case, I do take
He
aim.
doesn't even look at you, Binjin. But she's not using light either, so she obviously has dark vision of some sort. Binjin
A
You
good
actually
reason why she
would
wouldn't look at me.
Binjin, you would actually recognize this race
Yeah,
as something that shouldn't be here.
a good reason why I'd be taking aim, if anything, too. In all
Yeah.
fairness.
As stepping into the light, Balrog, she made herself fairly clear. And she goes, Sevra, who's this? And Sevra goes, Germ, it's you. She goes, yes. Who is this? Look, pointing at Balrog with the sword. And she just goes, this is Balrog. We met about a week ago. We were just deciding whether we should leave or not. And she goes, see. She looks over at you, Balrog, and kind of looks you up and down and goes, so what's your deal?
I punch things really, really hard.
Huh. She says, obviously not impressed. She just goes, you want to get out of here too, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
Pretty sure punching things isn't exactly what she meant by what your deal is.
She looks legitimately surprised as you come out of the darkness. What the? And she looks at you, and there's this moment of not recognition, but recognition as she looks at you, and she just kind of goes, "You, what are you doing here?" And that's where we'll end the session for today.
You know, it's always nice when you can startle a drow.
What drow? There are no drow in this world. There are no elves.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All elves died. Come on. Yeah, that was nice. A little encounter. There's a lot of little RP today. Next week is easier than this week was. I'm struggling with schedule. I keep forgetting schedules and stuff. Today I actually had 2 lessons to teach. That's why I had
to. Don't forget, our original plan was once a month, not once a week. But I mean, I'm saying it's fine.
Yeah, but my original plan was also that those once a month sessions would be 4 to 5 hours long. So,
but what I'm saying is, you don't have to push yourself or anything.
I'm not. Don't worry.
I worry about shit. It's what I do. This is Balrog.
Next week, we can still play on Tuesday.
Okay.
If you guys want to. But the 2 weeks after that will not be possible. Which is what I was getting around to.
That's fine.
The 15th we can, but not the 22nd.
Not until December, probably, after that. So 15th of November.
Alright. That's fine by me.
And on the 15th, it could be whatever time you guys want, as long as it's not later than what we started today, basically.
That's fine with me.
What do you guys prefer? Would you prefer a bit earlier, much earlier?
What made you more comfortable, us doing it earlier or us doing it later?
On that Tuesday, it won't matter.
I just wondering how it would fit with you, just because, I mean, it kind of seems like both of us could really go either way as well, so it's more like what you would be comfortable with.
Yeah, both of us are, our normal, Mondays is 6 to 8 hour stream, so, yeah, we can pretty much go whenever. Whatever works for you that particular day.
Then I would say 8 a.m. is probably the most comfortable for me.
That works for me.
All right.
For you guys, because it's 3 in the afternoon for me, so.
All right.
I think,
that's fine.
3. All right, then we will. For now, I'll probably update you guys as we get closer, like I do.
Right.
Yeah.
But if something comes up or something. But yeah, I mean the campaign is getting going. I'm getting excited. You're meeting people. You've been in this cave for 2 sessions. It's probably going to be a bit longer. Hopefully, you can get out of it next session and get to the next part.
I'm
Still the
not
king.
as put off being in a cave as, I don't know, Balrog. Can't imagine.
Yeah, this is pretty much your ideal scenario.
Oh, it's kind of it's almost a home field advantage for me.
It literally is.
I'm used to
Yeah,
like
it must be.
colder temperatures and mountains and fresh air. This is just
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, the air is very stale and it never moves. It's always quiet unless like, you guys could always hear each other pretty much when you're moving around in this place.
Yeah.
Every fart, every burp, every shit, every piss.
I have dug my own latrine.
I do make mention of poop slime.
She says, yeah, they're everywhere.
He was nice.
She says they're harmless. They can't even hurt you. You could literally put your hand inside of it and be fine. But you'd probably want to wash your hand afterwards.
Yeah,
I didn't
definitely
do that.
wash.
I didn't go that far, but yes.
She says, yeah, the first one did. That was a day. But yeah. So yeah, guys. I mean, not much more. I don't want to drag this on any longer. It needs to be for the outgoing. I mean, 2.5 hours? That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Considering it could have been 3.5 hours if I hadn't dilly-dallied in the beginning just trying to find that bit. It was her picture, by the way, that I was looking for the whole time.
No.
Because I had the token, but I didn't have the profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's all. Is it? I found it eventually.
Who gets the
Cool.
story point this time?
Oh yeah. I don't
It
know.
would be you because I was last time.
Yeah, it was you.
What would be a good one? I'm trying to think here. Well, first thing that comes to my mind is in this area, in this giant fog, just noise emanating from that area. Because I'm looking at it, I'm just like, God, that looks so cool. It's just like be so creepy to just like a family's just like, what's that, Grandpa? Oh, we don't talk about that, and then you just hear like a yeah, just some noise.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And by the way, the whole storm thing at the academy, the players encountered that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to deal with the building collapsing from the wind and stuff.
Oh shit.
And then they had to help like the storm relief effort of the village. Fought some storm elementals and stuff. It was a good time.
That is fucking cool.
Yeah, it was nice that they went there. So I was like, oh, yay, I can use this. Yay. Because they have a teleportation circle to get there now. So.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, they teleported from, well, if you're looking at the map, I'm not at the map, but there's below the mountains in the jungle area, right on the edge of the lake, there's a big city. And they teleported from there all the way across to this side.
Nice. That is awesome.
Yeah, high-level campaigns.
Fuck yeah. Gotta love them.
They have an airship and teleportation abilities and
Jesus.
a fuck ton of magic items and about 400,000 gold, a tavern, an arena, and an adventurers guild.
Damn, I can only just imagine.
We spent the last 3 sessions doing downtime only. Because they're doing a year of downtime. We've made it 8 months. So you guys are about a year behind them now, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. Close. In, I think, 1 more month, you'll be exactly a year behind them in time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So next session at the end. So next time we play, you guys will be officially 1 year or more than a year behind. Oh no, they went to a dungeon. They took a break from downtime. So no, you won't be a year behind next session. It'll be the session after that. You might be a year and a half behind by that point. Jesus, actually, now that I think about it.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Oh no, that's impossible. The downtime ends only like 3 months.
I mean, we're all prequel shit anyway, so.
True,
Which is
true.
cool.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you next week then.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
You have yourself a good one. Thank you again.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.